Eala changing what Filipino athletes, fans believe is possible. The Philippines has never run out of sporting heroes to rally behind. Every Olympic cycle carries the weight of anticipation, from long before Hidilyn Diaz finally delivered the country's elusive first gold medal in 2021, when she won the women's 55 kilograms weightlifting category at the COVID-delayed 2020 Tokyo Games. Carlos Yulo raised the bar further by becoming the nation's first multiple Olympic gold medalist in 2024, winning the men's artistic gymnastics floor and vault titles. And for year-out sporting events, every time Efren Bata Reyes plays a pool match feels like a gathering, and Manny Pacquiao makes ordinary days into national spectacles every time he enters the boxing ring. But now Eala has emerged as a refreshing breakthrough in a sport long considered foreign to the country's mainstream sporting culture, carrying Philippine pride into the biggest tennis arenas. As someone who turns 21 years old today, Eala is no longer simply a promising prospect. The former top 10 junior star who won the 2022 U.S. Open girls singles title is becoming to face a new generation of Filipino athletes daring to succeed in places where the nation has rarely ventured before. Eala made her big stage breakthrough at the 2025 Miami Open, where she made the semifinals after defeating top-caliber players such as then-reigning Australian Open champion Madison Keys and six-time Grand Slam champion Iga Swiatek, and has continued to rise in the WTA rankings. Eala boasted a fine win-loss record of 41-26 in her year age 20, including an 18-12 run this season, and displayed growing confidence as she reached a career-high ranking of number 29. In that span, Eala recorded an impressive record of 26-16 on hard courts. The wins were highlighted by her first victory in a Grand Slam main draw, defeating then world number 21 Clara Tauson in a pulsating three-set match at the 2025 U.S. Open. This season, she made the quarterfinals at the WTA Dubai Duty-Free Tennis Championships before recording back-to-back round of 16 finishes in Indian Wells and Miami, all three being WTA 1000 tournaments. Among her victories this season, she defeated top 10 players Jasmine Paolini in Dubai and Coco Gauff, who retired while trailing 2-6, 0-2 in Indian Wells. Beyond the victories and her developing ranking, Eala's greatest contribution to Philippine tennis, and sport more broadly, may be belief. For decades, tennis was a niche sport in the Philippines, with very few Filipinos imagining themselves competing consistently on the global stage. Eala has begun changing that perception. It's so nice to see that I'm able to pave the way, and I'm able to expose the Philippines to this international stage, she said after gaining entry straight into the main draw of the U.S. Open last year, when she became the first Filipina to play in that Grand Slam. The only thing I can give back to my country is to inspire. The inspiration has already started to translate into real momentum for Philippine tennis, including the staging of the first Philippine Open and the growing attention surrounding the sport locally. And for Eala, the Philippine flag remains central to everything she has achieved. I take so much pride in representing my country, she said after defeating Tauson at Flushing Meadows. It makes what I do bigger than myself. Support for Eala has become evident in different parts of the world. During the Australian Open, many fans were unable to squeeze into Court 6 for her opening round match as crowds flocked to see Eala in action. In the Middle East, particularly in Dubai and Doha, overseas Filipino workers filled sections of the stands, waving Philippine flags and cheering loudly for every point she won. The waves of support have really just made every single match all the more special, Eala said in Dubai. And it's so difficult to describe the emotions and the actual experience of playing in front of this crowd. So I'm really grateful to be here. The growing support is even more remarkable for the number of fans in the Philippines who follow her matches despite the difficult time difference. Several of Eala's matches were played late at night in the Philippines, or even in the early hours of the morning, yet fans stayed awake to watch her performances unfold live. Eala herself acknowledged that sacrifice with a light-hearted message in Filipino after one of her victories. Salamat sa pagpupit. Uwi na tayo, she said after defeating world number 32 Serena Sursti in Dubai. Thanks for staying up late. Let's go home. Eala now faces another huge challenge in her second French Open campaign, but Filipinos can expect her to bring the same fearless energy that has fueled her rise over the past year. Eala faces a tricky first-round matchup against someone familiar with her game, having been drawn against good friend and former doubles partner Iva Jovic. But after a breakthrough stretch that has seen her produce deep runs at multiple WTA 1000 tournaments and defeat top 10 players, Eala arrives in Roland Garros with far more confidence and belief than in her previous campaign. And as she continues her tennis journey, one thing has become increasingly clear. Alex Eala is no longer chasing history simply for herself. She is changing what Filipino athletes and sports fans believe is possible.